it's already yielded its share of surprise and sensation. Today at Royal Randwick, the stakes soar even higher.
Sunline in front. Oh, she's wonderful, all right, Sunline, and she's a mile too good for them.
On the sport's richest day, the finest mare in the wide world of thoroughbred racing chases an elusive prize. Will it be back-to-back Doncasters for the mighty Sunline on our $8 million San Miguel Derby Doncaster Day?
Oh, there's Blackfriars bursting through. Chief Scout is still there, but Blackfriars lunged and won.
From the illustrious Hayes stable, BRC Derby winner Blackfriars will tread in the steps of champions in his pursuit of the AJC Australian Derby. The challenges are many, including Diatribe, prepared to perfection by the special touch of veteran trainer George Hanlon. Completing a glorious Group 1 treble, it could be a galaxy of dreams for Miss Penny Money and her talented young rider Danny Beasley. And we're adding a bit of dash to the betting ring as cricket's Lee brothers, Shane and Brett, go head-to-head in our charity punting challenge. If it's the size of the prize that counts, then we're lengths in front on the richest day in Southern Hemisphere racing. The $8 million San Miguel Derby Doncaster Day on the one and only Wide World of Sports. Rich in history and certainly rich in monetary terms this afternoon. It's the richest race meeting in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, in addition to all the action out here, we're going to take a look at last week's Golden Slipper, a wonderful race and a musical tribute that you won't want to miss. Phil Gould will be along to review last night's Rugby League Anzac Test between Australia and New Zealand. But in the meantime, there is an $8 million race meeting taking place here this afternoon. Now, that's plenty of cash floating around for all of us. To give us all the good oil, here's Ken Callender and Simon O'Donnell.
Good on you, Kenny. Thanks for that. And lucky you're out in the sunshine. I tell you, Royal Randwick is a touch cool today. Now, last week, it's really the sublime to the ridiculous, isn't it? Last week, we had pools of sweat around us. And this week, we're going to freeze. That El Nino bloke, I think he's still around somewhere. Kenny, welcome to you.
G'day, Simon. I'm shivering today. I certainly wasn't last Saturday. But, oh boy, this is a Super Days racing, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, we've got a coat and a shirt and a tie on. Shane, you've just got the silks.
I'm freezing. I've taken 2 kilos off this week to ride dangerous in the Doncaster, and I wished I had it on me.
Well, it's fantastic racing here at Royal Randwick today. The San Miguel Day, it's a beauty, and the purses are absolutely enormous. The first race we'll be bringing to you, race 1, $250,000 up for grabs, the South Pacific Classic, $12.50 race 2, race 3 of $500,000, and then of course the Derby is race 4, the AJC Australian Derby, $2 million up for grabs there, but there's plenty more to come at $250. $1 million up for grabs in the William Inglis Heroic Championship. At $330, another big one, of course, the San Miguel, the Galaxy for the sprinters, $1 million, and then 2.5 up for grabs at $410, the Doncaster Handicap over a mile. That is going to be an absolute beauty, and not just quite enough. Let's put $500,000 on race 8. It's going to be just a wonderful day here. And Shane, with all that prize amount for grabs, you guys that little more edgy today?
Not myself, but I know it's there, and I know I've got to perform, and it's like last Saturday, you rise to the occasion and you just got to do it, and it's like big race players. I think a lot of the boys will be nervous. It's a big day, and there's that many big races, and a lot of ordinary or normal class jockeys that ride provincials and whatever and don't win many of the big races get their chance today. This is their big payday, and they've never had a big payday like this before, Ken.
It sure is a bit of money. Even like you see the first race, $250,000, about $175 for first. That's big money.
Yeah, well, there'll be some people, very happy people walking out of Royal Randwick today. And the jockeys, yes, they'll be a little nervous. I'm sure the stewards will be a little nervous too, because some of the jockeys, they'll be riding with a fair bit of vigour, I'm sure, right throughout the day. To hear a little more about it, here's Ray Murray with Tim Sheridan.
Chief Steward Ray Murray here. You'd be hoping the sort of money that's online today won't be clouding the judgment of too many jockeys.
Well, I suppose history shows, Tim, if you up the stakes, you up the pressure, and they do race tighter and big fields, so whilst we don't anticipate trouble, I won't be surprised if we're reasonably busy.
In what respect will the penalties, if there's any handed out, reflect the amount of prize money available?
Well, you've got to provide a deterrent, and we tell riders at the start of the carnival that if they offend in the big money races, well, we can fine up to $75,000 now, and also we, of course, can suspend whether it's 2, 3, 6 months. So, you know, the penalties are in place, and they'll certainly reflect the importance of the race, because really we want them run clean. That's the wish of the Australian Jockey Club. We want the best horse to win, and it's important that the riders know what's in front of them if they do transgress.
Yes, well, on a big race day, you don't see many scratchings in general, and there's not many here today, not ones of great note anyway. And the track is good. The rail in the true position, as you can see there. No real big names out of the races. But Shane, I think you had the opportunity this morning to actually gallop on the track.
Yeah, I galloped on the course at 6 o'clock this morning, and it was a beautiful surface. It had a bit of moisture in there, and I would rate it on the worst side of good. But that was 6 hours ago. We've had a lot of sun and a lot of wind since then, and this track will dry out to be a very, very good track.
Well, race 1 is just around the corner, and we've got the totes. Kenny, take us through them.
Yeah, High Rolling is a favourite on the tote. I think he can win myself. He's at $4. Whistler at $42. Remember, we're going down the white column. That's the current price. Chattanooga, $13. Cheverny, $6. $22 for Shy Hero. Formula at $26. Dacash at $25. $48 for Coliseum. And over the page we go. Bulkhead from Melbourne at $8.80. Manaba is the only scratching in the race. The Golden Dane will in commission at $6.30. Beat the Fade from the Cummings stable at $7. And Hutt at $13. And Tiger Eye for the John Morris team at $47. And in the first, I've gone for High Rolling. He's got barrier 1, and I think he'll just get a soft run. The big question is, can he run 1400?
Simon Marshall's gone for Cheverny, and I've gone for Dacash. And when I said Dacash before, Ken, you called me, well, we can't actually say it on television, Shane. I
just wanted to tell you I didn't like it. Shane, come through the simulator with us. We start from the start here at the 1400. They've got a long run to the first bend. And as you can see, we're about to let go, and Shane will talk us through the race.
It's really not that far when you're out there, Kenny. You really want to draw an inside barrier. The inside barriers are very important here, but when there's not many runners, it's not so important, as is the case in every race. You've probably got about, I reckon, well, we're coming up the first turn now, so we're looking at, what, 300 metres,
That's
Kenny?
About right, yep.
And it's turning, and what happens, the inside horses always dig up, so if you're drawn out wide, you get caught out wide. Now, you turn here, we're 1,000 metres out, Ken.
Yeah, just watch the white line at the bottom. That's going down. It means it's been going downhill, and in a minute when you see it start to rise, you'll see that they, from about the 800 metres on, from about now and in the straight, you'll particularly
you'll
see
this rise here now, and I never go for a horse before this rise. You watch here, it's climbing, and when you're out there, it's a steep rise, and then it levels off, and it's a nice flat run to the straight, but it does rise there, and you can see it on TV when you're looking up the straight.
Yeah, it's quite a significant rise. As we hit the winning post, we hope that the horse we back's in front by then. That's Shane's plan.
Kenny, I rode High Rolling work during the week, and he worked very, very well. He went 1,200 metres 3/4 and come up the straight the last 2 furlongs, and I thought his gallop was a winning gallop.
Well, let's have a look what the punters think out the back first, boys, before we talk a little more about race 1. And here's Andrew Voss.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. And I'm positioned in the new Randwick Pavilion. They've spent $7 million on this. It's a fantastic complex, and a bit like the stock market floor, and plenty of activity on this first race. There's been money for number 4, Cheverny. High Rolling is still the favourite, but you're taking unders on the tote. And also money for number 13, one of the Hawk stable, Hutt, at a double-figure price, but there has been some bets for it. The Golden Dane's been a little bit easy in the market, but if you're going for the late mail, Simon, it would be for number 4, Cheverny.
Yes, the horses around there now at the 1,400 metre start, and Shane, High Rolling continue on a bit more. We've got a bit more time now.
Now, if there's no pace in this race, he'll lead and dominate. But if they go fast, he can't win. The slower they go, the better it's going to help him. Would you agree with that, Ken?
I certainly would, Shane. And a big way of my thinking is the 1 alley, because from there, it'll make it easy for Chris Muntz to make up his mind.
He can lead in a weight for age 1,200 metre race. Now, this horse here is Cheverny the 4. I've won on him. He's a lovely horse. He'll get back a little bit in the field. He's had about 4 weeks since his last run, and he's got a very strong chance, Ken.
He has. Darren Beedman there in the red with the white cap. He's riding Cheverny. Simon Marshall is over at the start. Simon, how are they looking from there?
Yeah, well, let's hope we're a good judge. Cheverny's just walking into the gates. Darren did have to adjust his saddle there, folks. Wasn't comfortable, and so he should too. The horse is look magnificent. Bulkhead was another one that took the eye. So did number 10, Monaberg. He looked fine. High Rolling, folks, could not fold him. He looked absolutely sensational. And don't disregard Chattanooga today. He just got the sparkle about his eye as the last horse walks up.
Yeah, Monabra, of course, was a scratching. A little confusion there, but they're about to go. Here's Terry Bailey.
The lights are on for the first San Miguel race day from Royal Randwick.
Line is pretty good.
They're all set. Gates are back. High rolling near the inside away quickly. Shy Hero began smartly and beat the fade, and the Golden Dane wide out showing speed. Shy Hero will lead from high rolling and beat the fade. The Golden Dane and Formula going through in the centre. 2 lengths away is Hut. They were followed by Chattanooga and Cash a little bit wide, starting to travel forward as they get going. Cheverny just in between those. A length back on the fence, Whistler from Tiger Eye, then Bulkhead, and 2 lengths to Coliseum. Coming down the side, and Shy Hero put on the speed, leading 3/4 on Formula. Up against the fence, but the run of the race is high rolling, 3/4 away to the 2 fillies. They are Beat the Fade and the Golden Dane. She's a little bit wide. 2 further back in the field is Hut. They were followed by Cheverny, Whistler on the rail. 2 lengths to Bulkhead. To Cash as well, back with Chattanooga, Tiger Eye and Coliseum. Whip them in as they come to the bend. 500 metres to go, and Shy Hero made the play. Shy Hero 3/4 of a length on Formula. Beat the Fade coming with a run, 3 wide, high rolling, nailed to the rail. 2 lengths away is Hut from the Golden Dane, then Whistler and Bulkhead to the outside from Cheverny. On top of the rise, and the filly Beat the Faded raced up to Shy Hero there together. Then high rolling and 2 lengths to Bulkhead. Beat the Fade under the bat just in front. Shy Hero's got a kick on the fence from Bulkhead running on. Beat the Fade in front. Shy Hero tries to come back. The filly's just in front. Bulkhead late. Beat the Fade in front, and she wins the money. Bulkhead's won it from either, Beat the Fade's won it from either Bulkhead or Shy Hero. Not much in it. The second. They were followed by the Golden Dane, then high rolling. Further out on the track was Hut, then Chattanooga, Whistler behind those from Coliseum. Well back in the field was Cheverny pulling up very quickly with Cash, Tiger Eye, and last home was Formula.
Yeah, the Bart Cummings John Marshall combination takes out the first at Randwick on the $8 million day. Beat the Fade 690 and 250, and when we pick up this replay, you'll see a great ride from John Marshall. Trailed the leaders, which was Shy Hero and Formula to the turn, and as we pick them up, Shy Hero's still in front. That's Beat the Fade outside of him in the green and gold with the white cap. Over on the rails is high rolling, and coming down the outside is Bulkhead, who makes it interesting, just going past Formula and Hut, and the Golden Dane, I should say, and Hut. But here, it's Beat the Fade in front. Shy Hero can't do better on the rails. The Melbourne horse, Bulkhead, comes late, but it's too late, and the winner is most definitely Beat the Fade, ridden by John Marshall. And as we see the head-on here from the inside, that's high rolling in the blue and white with the white blaze. That's Hut outside him in the black with the cerise cap. High rolling was the horse on the inside, I'm sorry. Going back to the inside was the Golden Dane. In front is Shy Hero in the black and white. And there, as we get it now in the green and gold with the white cap, is the winner, Beat the Fade. And Beat the Fade got up to win from the 2 we told you, Shy Hero, and the official placings are 12, 5 and 9. Beat the Fade first. Number 5, Shy Hero, has hung on for second, and number 9, Bulkhead, in third place. The winning jockey was John Marshall, and it's a very, very smart horse. Simon Marshall is over there now with John Marshall.
Thank you very much, Kenny and Johnny. Great way to start the big day off. Nice little win this by Beat the Fade.
Yeah, certainly, Simon. It's always great to start a big day off on a good note, which is what's happened.
Yeah. Great run in transit, Johnny.
Yeah, I lovely run. She box-seated, one out, one back, and just peeled out at the 600 and held on, you know, with a good show of courage.
Big day for you, big day for JB. You got now Voyager in the Derby and LA Suez in the Doncaster.
Yeah, certainly, Simon. These are the ones that everyone's gunning for, so they're the ones that, you know, everyone wants to win, obviously.
He tends to go well here, LA Suez. He's won here before. What about today in the Doncaster?
Well, he's a Group 1 mile winner here, so, you know, it's a very tough Doncaster, but he's as fit as we can get him.
Superstar Melbourne Cup winning jockey, folks, Johnny Marshall.
Yeah, Johnny Marshall coming back to scale on Beat the Fade after the first race, and John, as you can see, is all smiles. John's won a couple of derbies here at Randwick on Prolific and on the Champion Boseum. He knows what it's like to win on the big days, and he's just done that. And as we see there, the win dividend is actually $7 posted here at Randwick, $7 and $2.50 for the winner, number 12, Beat the Fade. Alrighty, Simon, I think we've got plenty to do later in the day. Why don't we take a break on Derby Day on the wide world of sports.
was alive.
Makes his way back into the saddling paddock, and he'll be a happy man on a big day like this. San Miguel Day at Randwick. He's rode the first winner. That's Beat the Fade, trained by Bart Cummings, $7 and $2.50. Second, Shy Hero at $5.80, and Bulkhead $3.20 for third. Now the